Hey, 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 what's happening? I'm gonna get into this book real quick. I'm not gonna start at the beginning though. I'm gonna put the part on there that's talking about Thoth and talking about the infinity symbol. And this is Yahshua teaching on the symbols for contemplation, which contemplation to me is a better word for meditation, but it's also something that you can contemplate while you meditate. Um, okay, so this is great. Contemplation and the concepts for contemplation related to the root forces and branch forces of the Essene tree of life. If you want to know more about those root forces and the branch forces, go to the book in here um, where it's talking about Enoch. Enoch opened up those seals, and there's a sound, a power, a sound for each mating of the force of the root force of the branch of the root and the branches where they mate, where they meet. There's it's a sound of power it talks about, so it's pretty good. I'm going in too much. I want to make the shortest video ever, but you know, I just have to give a little um, introduction to what I'm reading so people don't get confused. But all right, so this is chapter 62, but I'm going to go down in it. So, oh, see, there's all of them. The symbol for contemplation of the branch of love, chief angel for the branch of force, the branch force of love. This is so good. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the whole book one day, but I just wanted to do this little part right now so that everybody that's been watching the Thoth videos, they can have Yahshua's description of who Thoth is. So I'm going to start over here about the infinity sign. The original form, okay, so Gilgalah the Wizardess was the Essene yoga master that introduced the infinity sign that the Romans have appropriated. In the original form, it was written by Gilgalah as two circles side by side, touching to indicate that one has emerged from the other. In the boundlessness of self-replication that persists in eternal expansion through wheels within wheels, cycles within cycles, circles giving birth to circles, now and forever in eternal life, via space-time within the mother ovum, crowned in Yah. Eternity and infinity are intimately related. The infinity sign used by itself without the arrows has one meaning in Nasarean wizardry. It up in the previous paragraph, it explained these arrows. So it says the infinity sign used by itself without the arrows has one meaning in Nazarean wizardry. Infinity, eternal life. That's what it means without the arrows. But when you add the four arrows, two pointed outward and two pointed inward, that adds the additional meaning of outflow equals inflow in boundless space and time. The infinity sign with the four arrows, the full symbol for contemplation of the branch force of eternal life, means outflow equals inflow through boundless eternal life in space and time. So it just said that the infinity symbol, the full one with the arrows, has a different meaning than without the arrows. It's just half of the symbol. So this is why symbolism is important, because we need to get these correct symbols back out there. Put them on T-shirts, put them on your phone. Just draw them out. Just what you see when you when you hear this. I'm gonna do this whole book, but this is just for the Thoth one. Sorry. A second helpful symbol for contemplation on the branch force of eternal life is an illustration of the phoenix bird named Thoth carrying a banner that depicts the first symbol of contemplation for eternal life. So it is the same basic symbol as the first, the infinity sign, with four arrows, but with the added element of the phoenix carrying a banner that has on it the infinity sign with four arrows. This alternate version, this alternative version, like the first, symbolizes the theme of eternal life and spiritual ascension. A beloved Nazarene artist long ago created this illusion and this illustration, and gifted it to our order. The phoenix is a symbol of eternal life in spiritual ascension. Behold, various spiritual traditions have used the image of a phoenix as a symbol of eternal life. The human species has an ancient memory of these magical phoenix birds, but only the Nazarenes have preserved. Uh, I'll put this in the description box so y'all can read that. The authentic facts concerning them. That is because they are intimately linked to our religion. Even now, here and some true facts. Here are some true facts about the species of heavenly birds of Madhiba. They are called phoenix by various traditions, and about the particular phoenix that has long been a particularly good friend of our religion and the order I represent, Green Wizards of the White Rose, I emphasize that term particularly good friend because it is an actual initiatic title bestowed on this particular phoenix by our order. Although he is from the heavenly realm called Madiba, his ministry is related to helping the souls currently incarnated on this planet to embrace the upward spiral of ascension in goodness through cycles of eternal life, so as to ascend unto the seventh heaven of this chain of heavens and then beyond. As the Nazarene Emerald Tablet scrolls make clear, Thoth of Madhiba was intimately involved in the beginnings of our order in this world. There are both males and females of this species called phoenix, but the one that we now speak of, Thoth, is a he. The original Nazarene term for the species is heavenly birds of Madhiba, but we have no problem with the commonly used word phoenix and use it so that the people of all cultures understand us. The phoenix Thoth appears various in a variety of modes and colors, including sometimes in the body of a small hummingbird with a golden head. But most, keep your eyes out for the small hummingbirds. Telling you guys, okay. But most often he presents himself as a large phoenix, large enough for a man to ride. Though in his case, his first human rider was a woman. Wizardess Gilgalah was his first human rider in ancient Eden. Even now, as Gilgalah, the angel of eternal life for this world, she rides him in the fields of dreams and other pastures, spreading the magical feathers of mercy in acts of serendipitous kindness. Now, I'm just going to say something real quick because they have we have seen Thoth with the body of a man and the head of a bird. And Hermes, they put wings on his feet and on his hat because those are symbols like the Thoth that we're thinking every time you hear his name, you think of a man with a bird head. This is saying that he's big enough for a man to ride him, so he doesn't have to have the body of a man. I'm just trying to put some little clarity in the description that we're getting from this Nazarene Bible of Thoth as being large enough for a man to ride, instead of us being shown symbols of a man with wings on his feet or a man with a bird head. You know, I'm not saying that a man with a bird head didn't exist, but I'm just saying that Thoth in this story was large enough. We're being told that he can appear as small as a hummingbird, but he often presents himself as a large phoenix, large enough for a man to ride. So we can put that picture in our head of a phoenix with someone riding a man. Instead of the first rider was a woman, but in the Emerald Tablets that we read, Hermes rode him. So that takes away the wings off of the man's feet and the bird head off of the man. And it just tells you that those are two separate things. It was a phoenix with a man riding on the back. It wasn't a man with flying feet. I'm going to stop saying it over and over again. Sorry. I hope I didn't mess this video up. Okay. Even now, as Gilgalah, because once she, okay, and the angel of eternal life for this world, she rides him in the fields of dreams. Okay, read that part. Serendipitous kindness. He's spreading magical feathers of mercy and acts of serendipitous kindness in the dream space. In the dream space, yo, that's dope. Another name of Thoth that sprouts in countless lives at just the right time to save the day in countless ways, again and again, through countless cycles and seasons of spiraling eternal life. The best translation into human language of the Madhiba word Thoth is indeed serendipitous kindness. He was given that name because it describes what he specializes in, unexpected by the recipient acts of kindness. Because Thoth often chose to appear wearing the colors of the rainbow, he is often called the rainbow phoenix. Even when wearing the colors of the rainbow, his head is typically golden to symbolize spiritual gold. Some Nazarene artists portray Thoth wearing a golden crown atop his head, that crown also being a symbol of spiritual gold. I asked Thoth why he often wears the colors of the rainbow. He explained that it is because the rainbow represents the principle of unity in diversity in eternal life. But I have also seen him appear entirely green, except for his golden head when he wants to draw attention to the heart chakra or blend in with the trees of the surrounding forest so as to avoid hunters or to attend a meeting of green wizards of white magic, whereat the humans are wearing green robes. He visited me yesterday in the form of a small hummingbird so as not to draw attention. Others of his species have their own unique color schemes and their own particular ministries. The ministry of Thoth is to all beings, but is especially focused on human beings. And the various species of birds in our world, this rainbow phoenix is often called Thoth of Madhiba because his origins is Madhiba, which is the seventh heaven. It's the highest heaven of this realm. Thoth is the name that the Nasarean Emerald Tablet scrolls use for him. Although Thoth is a Madhiba word, the word found its way into human languages as well as Madhiba origins of the word being unknown by the scholars of this era. The practice of bestowing unexpected kindness is the favorite pastime of Thoth and his helpers. It is the good karma linked to that behavior that is true magic behind Thoth's seemingly contagious good fortune. Contagious. Behold, when Gilgalah sent her disciple Hermon to Egypt, this phoenix went with him and participated in many ways, including providing transportation. See, I wouldn't even have broke it all down if I knew it was going to say it. Yes, Hermon became one of the very small groups that have ridden a phoenix in this world, earning the title Phoenix Rider. Lo, there are various species that serve the tree of life in Madhiba. The heavenly birds that we call by the word phoenix are but one. Two other Madhiban species are the elephant and the unicorns. These are three Madhiban species. These three Madhiban species work closely together, often going on missions together to serve the tree of life in other realms. Thoth is particularly known to serve the tree of life in the seventh heavens, associated with our star, especially ministering to our world, the former first heaven in that chain, but now a contested world. The heavenly birds of Madhiba that we call Phoenix have certain abilities. They can instantly appear in a chosen location or instantly vanish from a location. And through their own language, and though their own language is a sweet bird song, they have the ability to communicate telepathically. Phoenix Thoth is especially noted for his link to the Nazarene Emerald Tablet scrolls. The Nazarene Emerald Tablet scrolls consist of the Nazarene Emerald Tablets and several scrolls that are related to it. One of those scrolls is authored by Thoth. Tomorrow we will gather here to hear a long reading. Yeah, okay. I'll just finish out the chapter. By Nebiah, the prophetess and two of her students. Between the three of them, they will read aloud the several Nazarene Emerald Tablet scrolls from beginning to end. We will gather early in the morning and continue until all the verses of those several scrolls have been read aloud by Nebiah and her helpers. This will likely be an all-day experience since it will include periods of silent contemplation of selected sayings. Miriam and I plan to attend, and we hope to see many of you. Okay. Then it keeps going. Now it's the contemplation, the concept for, okay. But that was his little breakdown on Thoth. So that was good, right? I'm going to post the side notes in the description box, like I said. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy that with this one. And there's more to come. Stay tuned.